Hello, West Ham Network. It's Holly, and I'm here with your Hammers headlines for today, Wednesday, the 29th of January, run in association with KUMB.com. Now, if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up to support the channel. And if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. So today we are going to be talking about the possibility of potentially saying goodbye to Guilherme and some rumours surrounding that in the coming days, as well as Todibo, plus a potential incoming transfer from Lille this transfer window, or maybe next. Let's get started. West Ham Network. So for your first story, after Guilherme rumours have been circulating for a little while now, Fabrizio Romano has revealed that Shakhtar Donetsk have sent a €15 million package for our Brazilian player, Luis Guilherme. But this might not be quite what it seemed initially when he posted that. So Fabrizio also said that there were more clubs keen on Guilherme, who was expected to leave West Ham in the coming days. But this feels like it would be so much more than simply saying goodbye to a player that we're barely using, because it would be sending a real statement. We know that Tim Stuyton brought Guilherme in, seeing him as an upcoming star, somebody that we could really work with and either utilise or make a profit on, with it being well known that he was just one for the future. And now it looks like accepting an offer of that size would be a little bit of an embarrassing one, because we brought him into the club for €23 million. So that would be a tremendous loss on a player that hasn't done much to lose his value. He's looked okay when he's been given time at West Ham, and basically that would be a rather horrific piece of business, wouldn't it? So he's on a 5-year deal with us, and at 18 he's got a long old future ahead of him. I'd argue that we haven't even given him the chance yet to show what he can do. But that said, Potter clearly doesn't rate him. And if we've got a new head of recruitment that also doesn't see a role for Guilherme in the team, and we want to free up some money, then I suppose Luis Guilherme does seem to be one of the most logical picks to get rid of. Now, interestingly, about just 10 hours later, contrasting reports came out with West Ham denying that they've actually received this €15 million offer that Fabrizio said from Shakhtar Donetsk. They also said that that price tag would not be acceptable given what we paid for him, which is good because we don't want to be making a loss on him. So the saga continues. Will Guilherme stay or go? Will In the Nose keep battling? The amount of times this season where it feels like the BBC or someone has come out and said something, and then another In the Know has said that's not the case. It's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of chopping and changing this window, not a lot of predictability. But there we have it. That is the beautiful world of football. So we'll find out in the coming days what Guilherme's future holds. But for now, it looks as though no attempt is set in stone. The other question I had for you, by the way, is now the right time to get rid of Guilherme? Let me know in the comments. But one that won't seem to go away, we have another thing to say about Todibo. So Juventus are said to be after his signature, following on from previous interest in him. We know that he had an issue, a bust-up with Lopetegui. He's had his share of injuries since being at West Ham, and he hasn't been consistent yet for us. He's not become the centre-back that we hoped he would, in terms of us being able to rely on him and go, you know what, Todibo has it covered. But could we benefit from giving him a little bit more time to find his feet, rather than just cutting ties and trying to find somebody else already? For me, this deal feels very risky because it's so late in the transfer window now, and we need options at centre-back more than ever before. So if we get rid of him and we don't reinvest that money where it's most important, that could really, really cost us. And we're literally talking a matter of days that we now have to bring somebody else in, even after a deal is done. I am scared that we wouldn't be able to do that. And it's also a difficult deal to sort out, may I add, because he's currently on loan with an obligation to buy. And should we stay up, which, touch wood, looks like it's happening, we have hit the requirements of that obligation, which was making 5 Premier League starts, as well as us avoiding relegation. So I feel like it's quite a risk to get rid of Todibo. Do I think he's going to come back and absolutely amaze us? I really don't know. I would like to think that his form will be better if he just gets a bit more consistency. We know that we need to address that centre-back situation. But I'm just frightened we get rid of him, we don't bring somebody else in time, and then we have to see that through until the summer. But let us know your thoughts on Todibo potentially leaving this January. Good move, bad move, or absolutely crazy move? Let us know. finally, West Ham are after 24-year-old midfielder Angel Gomes from Lille. He worked his way through the ranks at United and then he went over to Lille. The perfect way to describe Angel Gomes is he's busy. He's a very busy player. He's small, but he's continuously involved in play. He wants the ball at his feet and he works hard for it. So physically, I think the Premier League could be a bit of a challenge for him, given his size. But could he play a huge role in linking up the play in the middle and dictating play? I think he could. So his passing is unbelievable and he can pick out a beautiful through ball. You'd probably pair him with Alvarez and give him a bit more of a free roll so that we can get the ball through the middle of the pitch, which seems to be a bit of a challenge at times. Or you could put him in midfield three, playing 4-3-3. So there are options and there are ways that he would fit in. He's definitely an exciting player. I just question whether the physicality of the Premier League might make it a bit of a challenge. But given that he's quick on his feet, I think he could bring something quite exciting in the middle of the park. The one thing that we do know is that we aren't the only club after him. Of course, many top European sides are also wanting his signature, but it's now looking most likely that he will want to go to another club in the summer, not now. So we'll see what happens there. But do you think that Angel Gomes should be a priority target for us? Let us know if you'd like to see him at West Ham down below in that comment section. There you have it. Those have been your Hammers headlines for today, run in association with KUMB.com. Check out my video from earlier today as well, where I ran through everything Evan Ferguson could bring to West Ham. We looked at not just his injuries and the stuff that we know, but why we've got something that none of the other clubs linked with him have, how he actually performed under Potter last time, what he was able to do, and what he could bring, as well as the likelihood of him bringing something to us, whether that be on a loan or option, obligation to buy. We ran through it all. So go and take a look if you're interested. And I also spoke about why, as long as he doesn't get injured again, I think he could be an incredible signing for West Ham. So if you've enjoyed this video anyway, please give it a thumbs up. And until next time, have a brilliant day. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Come on, you irons. And also, I would like to know, what would you like to see this deadline day in terms of content? Let us know. Speak to you soon. Have a great day. Come on, you irons. Irons.